Welcome back, everybody, for week 2 of Dabid Unboxes. I had intended upon unboxing things over the weekend, but it turned out that that did not happen. So now we know that the format of this show is unboxing every day during the week and not on weekends, unless I do unbox on weekends. But it hasn't happened yet, so it probably isn't going to happen. Now, I have just been picking up stuff off the floor around me in my office to unbox to, get the floor cleaner. But today I got a delivery in the mail of something that I had ordered, and I caught myself walking into my office and getting ready to throw the box upon the floor and thus make it dirtier. So actually, rather than take something off the floor, I'm going to unbox something before it can go on the floor. Now, I'm pretty sure I know what this is because it's something that I ordered last week. I haven't been placing a lot of orders, but last week, Good Smile Company had a promotion for, I don't know, some sort of Good Smile Con, like fake con or something. I don't even know exactly what it was, but they had a sale and they were selling a bunch of Nendoroids. And some of the things I saw that they had in stock on that sale were Naruto Nendoroids that I do not have yet. And so I went to order them, except that while I was ordering them, immediately after they went up for order, one of the 3 of them had instantly gone out of stock, and then I was like, crap. And I didn't know what to do because I had been dutifully buying all of the Naruto Nendoroids since they started up several years ago until, I lost my mind. Like, I don't know, sometime last year, I lost my mind and I just forgot what I was doing. And, I missed some of them. And so I was like, what am I going to do if I can't get them all? So I hunted around the internet and I found a store that I had never heard of before called Sure Thing Toys. And I was able to order this Nendoroid that I had missed from Good Smile's own website. It's not, among my favorite Naruto characters, but, he got a Nendoroid, and I have all the others, so I knew that I would also have to have this Nendoroid of Deidara of the Akatsuki. Yes, I can see that there is some glare. Apologies for that, but, there's glare in this room. If I ever upgrade to having a different room where there's not a bunch of light in the room, or move somewhere else where it's more convenient or I feel safe, then, maybe things will be different. But this is Deidara. This is, I believe, the 3rd member of the Akatsuki that has been released by Good Smile Company as a Nendoroid, with the others being Itachi Uchiha and Sasori of the Sand. I've actually never opened a Naruto Nendoroid ever. In fact, I own probably, 30 or 40 Nendoroids from various lines, mostly from Haikyuu. I've got the whole Karasuno High team and a bunch of other volleyball players, but I've never opened any of those ever. But I opened a Morgana Nendoroid from Persona 5, and I opened Mami from Madoka Magica, and those might be the only Nendoroids I've ever opened. But I'm opening up this one here so that, I'm a changed man, and I'm not going to just hoard shit and have it on the floor forever while I'm throwing that box. So here is Deidara in his, his plastic container. It's got a bunch of extra parts. We can see he's got 3 faces. We can see he's got various hands, and if we pull the back out here, you can see he's got his own, made of clay or sculpey or whatever bird that he can fly around on, not actually alive because he's made it from this clay stuff that he molds with his hands, and, it's eventually going to blow up. But I'm going to put this bird down for the moment. We've got some instructions here because these are action figures that need instructions. And I use the term action figures loosely because they don't really move very much if they are anything like the previous Nendoroids that I've opened years ago, so I could be misremembering. But, let's just go through those instructions there. I'm not actually going to look at these instructions while I am putting this together, so, I might fuck something up, but it is what it is. So there go the instructions. In case somebody loses their own instructions and is watching this for the instructions, there they are. Now, do I need to cut this? No, because I can throw my X-Acto knife over there and not have to look at it anymore. And let's see. All right, so here is Deidara looking quite cool with his stylish artist blonde hair. He's got a bunch of plastic on him to protect his body, which is you know, it's nice to see that because these are sort of expensive for what they are. I don't remember what I paid for this from Sure Thing Toys, a company I'd never heard of that I was not sure was going to send me a real product and not a bootleg, but this does appear to be a real product and not a bootleg. I think Deidara might have been like $65 or $70 or something, which is rather insane for figures of this size. But Nendoroids have gotten much more expensive over the years, and you know, I'm in for them because I can't resist Naruto merch, and I'm also buying their Kingdom Hearts Nendoroids, and I think those are the only Nendoroid series I'm actually actively buying right now, thank God. So here's Deidara without all that plastic on him. Can he stand there? No. All right, so we can turn him around. We can see his robe. The design does go around to the back. He's got one cloud on the back, as he should, because, you know, these are really expensive. So I'm going to assume that I pull his head apart in order to change the faces. This is just like his, you know, diabolical smiling face. But I can very easily go into his, you know, the plastic that he came in. I can take this face, which is just a, you know, less happy looking face that's got a closed mouth, and put it on. It looks a little bit fierce. Not really what I'm looking for right now, but let me swap this out. How do I get this out? All right, there goes the face. We can see what he looks like with his face having been stolen, just like in that episode of Avatar, where if you steal emotion, like that guy steals your face, that demon in Spirit World, or maybe he kills you. I don't remember exactly. It doesn't happen on screen. We heard something about that surfer Avatar, like it happened to his like lover or his wife, or, you know, something like that. But here's Deidara with his tongue out, and let's see, this goes like this. So pop that back on. We have got tongue out Deidara now. And do I want to change up his feet? Probably not. Let's see, he's got a little effects piece explosion. What am I supposed to do with it? I don't really know. But he does have this effects piece explosion. I can't, oh, you can't raise his hand. I wasn't sure if these actually moved, but they do. So, you know, you could have a little explosion-y thing there by his hand. His arms pop off like so. His head joint is a little bit weak, but that's probably because he's got a giant freaking head and a tiny, tiny body. So I imagine it's hard for a joint to keep up with that. But let's pop in these alternate hands here so that he can be weaving a seal here with his hands. All right, so he's made a seal here with his hands, and, you know, he's going to tell something to blow up. There's a little explosion. He's got a couple of extra legs here. I see in the box, I see 3 legs. I might have, you know, one of the legs is in my hand. I might have lost one of the 3 legs when it's exploded everywhere when I opened it, so I'll have to have a look for that. But, like, you know, he can be crouching or things like that. I'm not likely to have him crouching. This has got its own Nendoroid stand, which is a square with posing pole so that you can get him into, you know, the kinds of poses you want, because as you might expect, his legs, well, after they do have a little bit of movement in them. I don't remember my other Nendoroids having quite so much articulation, but I guess when you get your 4-inch figure for $65 or $70, you do get a few points of articulation, more than you might have gotten, like, several years ago. But I'm not going to put any of these extra arms or these crouching knees in. I might, though, grab his bird to see what that's like once we have it out of the package. But we're getting close to 10 minutes, which is about the maximum length that I want these to be. So, all right, so here's his bird. It's neat. We can see like the scale of Deidara when he is on top of the bird, which is cool. There aren't any like pegs or anything like that, so you can't like firmly attach him on this bird. You're going to have to find a way to balance him, but there's a little hole on the bottom of the bird, so I'm assuming that the bird can actually be balanced using the support stand and the clear rectangular base. that he came with, the bird's got a little spot like on his eyes. So, you know, the bird looks cool. I like the explosions. I can change the faces out without looking at those instructions. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the explosion. But, you know, overall, this is a pretty cool figure. You can see, I didn't point them out, but he's got his little like mouths with like a little tongue on it here, like on his default hands. I like the weaving the seal hands. He's got one more hand that I think is for like throwing an explosion or something, but I'm not gonna put it on right now because I'm already over the amount of time that I wanted to spend on this video. But yes, this is my Deidara Nendoroid, my first Naruto Nendoroid that I have ever opened. No, I did not put on this Boruto t-shirt because I was going to open this. I just happened to be wearing this Boruto t-shirt. I do own a few Naruto t-shirts. I also have my Naruto box briefs on today, but that's not relevant. So that is everything that I have to say about this figure. If you really love Deidara, the Akatsuki, Nendoroids, that sort of thing, you know, it gets my seal of approval. It's expensive, but I like what you get for it. And that is all I've got to say about that. So have a good day, everybody. Bye. Okay, so 10 seconds of, well, maybe not 10 seconds, maybe like 30 seconds. 30 seconds of addendum. I realized that it would be pretty half-assed to do this video of an unboxing and not actually put this together and show what it looks like fully unboxed. So you can see the support stand here actually has individual little poles to support Deidara and also his bird. You can put Deidara on there. You're supposed to be using the bending legs, but I didn't feel like, you know, putting those on Deidara because I'm too lazy. But you can see, you know, here's Deidara. He's on top of the bird. He's looking cool. The explosion even has its own posable little pole so that you can put it where you want. There's a bunch of little peg holes here so you can pose this the way that you want to have it and, you know, just display it in ways that you think are cool. And I think it's better that I just show this as it is fully unboxed and put together rather than just, you know, kind of futzing around with it and then just ending the video randomly. So there we go. Thanks, guys.